a change in direction with it, because at first I was going to I still am going to talk about it, but when I first was thinking about this video, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do a video about like the purge, transition period, the middle, whatever you want to call it. Everybody categorizes it differently sometimes, and then you have some people who believe in it, some people who feel like it's just a limited belief. It's something that you put on yourself, because some people say, well, how can you agree that manifestation can be instant, but then turn around and saying and claiming that there's a purge stage? Why do you have to go through anything bad in order to get what you want? Which I get, and I guess just with certain situations and the way that I have been really trying to focus on reprogramming my mind, I took a turn in the direction of, when I first wanted to do the video, it was going to be from a point of like, I must be going through a purge stage, or this must be what this is. It has shifted into a perspective that's more now, so like, and as I keep doing my affirmations and, you know, improving with changing my thoughts, especially about myself, it's just like, you know what, they're right. It can be a limited belief. Why do I have to categorize anything that I may be going through as a purge, or me having to go through something negative in order for me to get my manifestation? So it more so took a turn to just like, I'm shifting and changing how I'm choosing to look at it, and which is something I was saying in one of my previous videos before, that you have to change how you look at the situation or whatever it is that comes your way and what you go through. And I completely can understand now how that can come in handy, because like sometimes you think you get it until you realize you really ain't got it, and then you really start getting it. And sometimes it just clicks in a way that it wasn't clicking before. I just pick up a little bit more. So sometimes I can be really, really soft-spoken, but I'm just really calm right now. It made me change the way that I wanted to approach the video on how I wanted to talk about it. Whatever it is that you may be going through, whatever situation it is that you're facing, when you start trying to change your mind about it and really think in a way to where everything goes your way, your old thoughts are going to try to pull you back in. Your old thoughts are going to try to make you forget whatever it is that you're trying to say now, to bring in new repetition for more positive outcomes and more positive ways of thinking about whatever your situation may be. Your body is so used to just being in that mindset that it had been in for so long. It's going to be challenging, and trust me, it's been a challenge for me. I'm still learning, and things are still just clicking for me that I thought already that, oh, that's all you gotta do, that ain't nothing, let me do it. But you really don't understand until you really start actually getting into it and actually applying it and things like that. So you have to stay firm and persistent, and knowing that it's all going to work out in your favor. If you keep telling yourself that, and you keep looking at whatever your situation is like that it's all going to work out for you no matter what happens. Everything always works out in your favor, period. Your life is perfect, period. Your body's going to try to get you to go back into what's comfortable. Don't let it trick you like that. Don't allow it to mess with your head. And like, don't get me wrong, you might have days where you're not feeling the best, but guess what? Even in the days when you're not feeling the best, still keep your thoughts positive that it's all working out, or whatever it is that you're thinking positively in your favor to work out for you. Life is going to happen. Just because you're manifesting good things to come into your life and to change in more positive ways, or whatever it is that you're trying to bring in that's positive, it doesn't mean that situations are not going to come up. It doesn't mean that things are like not ever going to happen just because you're changing your thoughts and you're getting in a rhythm of feeling good and thinking that way about yourself all the time, no matter what, and about your situation. Life is going to happen. Situations are going to happen. Nobody can escape that. As human beings, we're all going to go through situations that are not going to be so favorable. Some may go through more than others. Some may go through less than others. But at the end of the day, life is going to happen. Things are going to happen. Things aren't always going to go the best way, which is why you put into your mind and you revise that and you change that for it to go into your way, because things are still going to happen regardless. So you don't want to go into it with the kind of mindset to where though, oh well, you know what, as long as I'm just manifesting this, that, and the third, nothing's ever gonna go wrong. Like, no, I mean, yeah, you can manifest that, and maybe that could be a limited to belief that I'm unknowingly putting out there, which I don't mean to, but I'm just saying, I'm basically just trying to say, don't get down when you're changing for the better and you're looking at things in a more positive way, and something doesn't go exactly the way that you want it, and you're just like, oh my god, like this doesn't work, or oh my god, like I was doing this, that, and the third, and like this must not be working because now I'm in another situation. Situations are going to happen. It's how you think about it and how you process and how you go about that thing that's going to come up. So choose in your favor. No matter what your situation is, always remain grateful for it. And I've always like tried to be grateful for any situation. I have lived in various places since the age of like 18, and they weren't always the best, but one thing I'm trying to like keep the glare out, and it's giving me a good lighting right here, but a lot of the situations that I've been in, even though they weren't always the best, I wasn't very, like, how can I put it, I was never down about any of the situations that I was in or like went through or like lived through and stuff like that. I was just always grateful, and just maybe just because I have the type of personality where I'm able to adapt, it's different, but always remain grateful. And one thing that always helps me remain grateful is just finding something every day that I'm grateful for, like things that I just genuinely appreciate or just make me happy, whether it's people, places, things. No matter what it is that I'm going through or anybody is going through, there's always somebody, yes, there's always somebody that's probably in a better situation than you or a better predicament than you, that, and you want to be there, but there's always somebody going through something that is worse than what you're going through. And I think that's enough reason within itself right there to always just be grateful for, no matter what. Even if you can only eat once a day, at least you can eat once a day. At least you're able to still have a plate of food. Some people like barely have that. So that's another way to also look at it, just always being grateful, because it could be worse than whatever it seems like you're going through. And for some people, maybe it already feels like it's worse, but trust me, I just feel like it's always just something to be grateful for. Even if you're just grateful for the sun being out, just feeling that joy within you, just find something to be grateful about, because there's somebody else who could wish that they were in your shoes, just like you may be wanting to be or wishing you can be in another person's shoes who's maybe doing a little bit more well off than you. And that's just to give an example. Questioning why, I really don't think that helps, because I used to be that person that would be like, you know, oh, well, why is this happening? Or like, why me? Like, what did I do to deserve this? Or, you know, like, I don't understand why this is happening. That, I feel like that also falls into just being grateful, because even when it doesn't feel like it's the best moments, it's still teaching you something. It may be harder for you to see what it is at the time, or like when you're going through it, but trust me, like later on down the line, if you're not able to see it while you're going through it, later on down the line, when you get through that and you get to your goal, you're going to be so grateful that you were able to even survive through that, or whatever your situation may be. Because some people go through things and you know, they do things, they choose a path that don't allow them to see it through. No matter how frustrating it may get, talk to your higher power, say how you feel, release it, cry if you need to, like let it out, do whatever you need to do. Don't question why, because it just puts you, I feel like, in a mindset, or keeps you in a mindset of feeling like it's negative if you're questioning why, you know what I mean? I feel like it's kind of just keeping you in that mindset of not thinking better about the situation, because I feel like when you questioning why, it's like you feel like you're being punished. It would be a perspective that you would have to change for it to go in your favor. Obviously, you're going through it for a reason. You're not going to go through nothing that you can't handle. And it really matters to just know how to navigate your mind and go within you and change within yourself, just how you interpret everything. It's really just what it comes down to, keeping that positive mindset about it, and basically just living in your end and knowing that everything is always going to work out in your favor. You're always going to get whatever you want, and just keep going and persistent and affirming for that. Using your techniques or whatever it is that you want to do, because you got to also remember, which I also had to remember myself, manifestation doesn't come from you doing the techniques. Like, don't get me wrong, it does, but what I'm saying is you have to internally know within yourself. Yes, the techniques do help, but it's something just to help, just to keep us in the knowing of it. But you have to have the knowing of it within yourself. Affirm what I believe in it, because by you repeating it, it's going to come and it's going to give you signs if you just stay consistent with it and don't waver and don't go against it. But to keep yourself in that knowing state and just to know and assume that it's already done for you, that is the most powerful part of you staying in that state. Don't get me wrong, some of us fall out of it, but get right back into it. Cry, do whatever you need to do, release whatever you need to release, and get right back in that state of feeling it. I can say that working on my self-concept has helped me get there, and now that I'm really understanding and it's starting to click, I'm understanding, like, just being in that mindset and just being in that state of just being calm and just knowing and not going against it. And it can be hard sometimes. The thing about it is it's still okay to go through those motions and go through the different feelings and stuff about it, even when you're not feeling so good, because as long as you keep that knowing in your mind, no matter if you're crying, upset, just not in the mood that day, like, just keeping yourself in that note in the back of your mind, I'm not feeling the best right now, it's happening. It's happening. And I've done it. I haven't been in the best state. I was just telling myself, thinking in my favor, just thinking in my favor. And it came. I understood certain things before until I actually felt that click within myself and actually started applying things and stopped just looking at stuff. And I know when I first started my channel, I was talking about that, but sometimes it still takes repetition and stuff for you to get into it and really try. Think in your favor. Don't think against yourself. No matter how hard it is, no matter what it is that you're feeling, no matter what it is that you're going through, keep it in the back of your mind that you're going to get what you want. And that's all I have for this video.